Welcome, everybody. So good to see you.
Hi.
We have a very important movie to review today that requires absolutely no thinking.
No.
So it's really going to be a good one. So like always, the title tells you exactly what the movie is about.
Tell me what the title is.
My teacher, comma, my obsession. Guess what it's about. Just guess. You'll never guess. You're gotta get off the table.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm
All right.
tired.
I know. Me too.
My teacher, my obsession.
So, Mr. Sumner, all right, is the new senior class English teacher. Okay?
Is he hot?
He is hot. He and his daughter, Riley, moved to this new town. It's a fresh start, quote unquote. Okay?
Where's the mom?
The mom had a long-term affair, and they ended up getting a divorce. Okay. So the girl students are like all about this guy, and especially two girl students in particular. All right. One of them is Kyla. Not sure what happened with this name. Her name's Kyla, and she takes the photographs for the yearbook.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she's really into it. She's sort of goth, like she wears all black, and she's got one of those old cool cameras, so she's like extra cool. And she's kind of border stocky-ish. Okay, she's a
photographer.
I know,
That's your job to be border stocky-ish.
But it's too far. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just too far. It's almost like a little paparazzi-ish, if that's a word. Okay. She lives in this big house with her single mom. The dad left when she was 6. So she's got some stuff happening. Like there's some baggage, there's some daddy issues, some insecurity, that kind of thing happening. Okay. She's kind of looking for her dad, I think maybe in some ways. Okay, so the other girl that's really into him is Trisha. Trish. Yeah, that's her name.
Mm-hmm.
Not Trish, Trisha. And she's got like this super long blonde hair, and she is like this all the time. And then she wears these like shirts with keyhole like things where her like giant boobs are hanging out like this. And she's like,
shirts are the worst.
Can you check my paper?
Anything keyhole, like the shoulder cutouts that
I don't understand the idea. I would think you'd get cold. Like your shoulders would get cold.
The shoulder cutouts,
People
the
really
keyhole,
like those. You could have a keyhole and a shoulder cutout.
Oh dear Jesus.
You could have that. Just seems like it would be cold to me.
Just stop.
All right.
There's sweaters. Like cable knit sweaters that have shoulder cutouts.
No, I don't understand.
I saw it at Walmart.
That seems ironic.
Are you trying to stay warm or not?
Maybe you don't know. Maybe you have hot shoulders.
Maybe you're menopausal and you have hot flashes.
Mm-hmm. That's legit.
And it's like it's the good in between.
So if you have a keyhole down to here and giant holes,
you're airing out the girls and
knit sweater. Remember, Mom had that like personal fan that she'd keep in her purse.
Blocked that out
and
too. I've blocked so many things out.
Oh my God. Okay. So this chick, she's like a mean girl. Like when you think of a mean girl, she's not nice at all. And she wears, again, like super tight stuff. Like it's so tight, I'm not quite sure how it's painted on. Painted on holes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he introduces himself, and he's like the cool teacher. He wants to be the cool teacher. And he says to the students in the class, which includes Kyla, Trisha, and his daughter, Riley. Okay, they're all in the same English class together.
Okay.
He says, I want to be someone you can talk to about anything. Anything. And I'll be here before and after school for you.
He's very involved.
The thing is, it sounds unprofessional and it sounds like trouble. So if you've got a confused teenage girl who thinks this guy is the bee's knees. Oh my God, I can't believe I just said bee's knees. That's pretty horrible. Okay, so when you say, oh, come, tell me anything. Like, just come, I'm going to be your best buddy. No, you freaking just teach English.
I'm just saying
You're
that,
not the school counselor.
Did you ever go to a school counselor for something?
We never had a school counselor.
Yeah, we did. He just sat in his office and smoked all day.
He did. I think he did smoke in the office.
He did.
Okay, so this is the thing, though. The only thing the school counselor did was like help you apply to college, and really didn't do that either. So
now you have to have school psychologists on staff.
Well, usually the school psychologists travel between schools. Usually there's not like a designated psychologist there all day, even though that would be amazing. Just saying. Because all these kids need one.
I don't think I ever talked to our school counselor. And I think that was like a mandatory thing. And
how did you know he smoked all the time in there?
Because you would leave that building,
yeah,
and then go into the gym or the
field. You saw like the puffs
and
he would
be sitting in the window because we had those giant windows that slid open.
Right.
And he would be like,
so like smoked out.
He would be sitting in the window, like sitting on the sill, and smoking out the window. Because you could smoke on campus as long as you were of age.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't smoke anywhere now.
No.
Okay. This is before see-through backpacks and all of that. I mean, you could probably fire one up as a student.
This
really wanted to.
Is because we had, when I was in high school, we had drug dogs.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't have any of that.
Yeah.
I went to high school before there was drugs. They didn't have drugs back then.
I don't think so.
Well, Nancy Reagan got a hold of me and held on. Nancy Reagan, whatever she told me to do, I did. So I just said no.
She was cute.
She was really cute. She had a great haircut.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is confusing when he's like opening himself up as the go-to. I'm hot. You can tell me anything. Yeah. All right. So yearbook photographer girl is literally drinking him in with her eyes by the gallons. I mean, she's just like in the front row. She's in the front row like this.
Mm-hmm.
And like this. Like making these eyes. And Trisha's going like that. And she's doing this hair thing. I mean, it is so bad. Like, it's so crazy. Okay. So Kyla, what's the only thing Kyla can do? Befriend Riley, who is the English teacher's daughter.
Oh, yeah. You get to sleep over.
I know.
You're going to crawl on his bed.
Exactly. Okay, so she's like,
possibly see him for
Kyla. Hey, Kyla. Let's hang out, right?
Okay. Be my friend. You're new.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want your dad. I just am interested in you. Right?
Right.
Okay. So Kyla is fantasizing about the English teacher, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, Riley, the hot teacher's daughter, invites Kyla to their house. So Kyla's got to like use the bathroom supposedly, but really she uses it as an opportunity to snoop around, find the dad's bedroom, and frolic around on the bed. while making a weird face at the same time.
I don't think I ever would have done that.
No, me neither. There was this kind of hot professor when I was in grad school.
That's grad school.
Yeah. But I mean, I never did anything about it, you know.
Well,
like I never pursued him. No, he turned out really unattractive. He actually did end up dating one of the grad students.
Yeah, it happens.
Not supposed to, though. Okay. So anyway, Trisha, the blonde mean girl, also wants to befriend Riley to get closer to the dad and asks her to go shopping with her. And so Riley's like, that's cool. Well, guess what? Kyla sees Riley talking to Trisha and flips out and says, you are not allowed to be her friend.
Whoa.
So she's mega possessive. Kyla's losing her freaking mind.
I think that's a red flag.
Yeah, it's a red flag, all right. I mean, she's a red flag with cray all over it, written with freaking neon blinking signs. Okay, so she basically like forbade her. Is that correct? Forbade?
Yeah, I think
forbade her from hanging out with anyone else. She's like, you're my friend. That's it. Okay, so anyway, guess what? Kyla hears a knock. Kyla's at home. She hears a knock on her door. She opens it. Guess who it is? It's the hot teacher. The hot teacher's standing there with a bouquet of flowers because he's picking up Kyla's mom for a date. Snap. I know. And she's like, WTH, what is going on here? You're supposed to be my lover, and you're picking up my mother.
I know. She opens the door and she sees that Avi, she's crazy, so she's gonna like be like, he's here for me, and then
for the mom. Okay, so then mom takes the flowers and says, Kyla, please go put these in a vase with water.
She put them in the trash.
No better. So Kyla's like, okay. She goes and gets the vase, puts the flowers in, puts the water in, comes back up to both of them, and accidentally falls into hot teacher guy and pours all the water all over his muscly torso and gets his shirt soaking wet. And he's like, oh no, I don't have an extra shirt. Why would he have an extra shirt anyway?
I'm going to have to take this one off so I can put it in the dryer.
That's what I thought was going to happen. But what happened was the mom said, oh no, I'm so sorry. And then Kyla was like, maybe you guys can stay here and have dinner here and we can all hang out together.
Because he can't go out with a wet shirt?
Yes. Okay. They have a really big thing against wet shirts. So the mom actually gives him another shirt and they stay there and make dinner together, all three of them. Okay. So then they start, like the mom and hot teacher start making eyes at each other, and Kyla is really getting pissed off. So Kyla's like, I'm going to go do my homework and go to bed.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Well, then this is what happens. Kyla's mom and hot teacher were making out in the living room to probably some, soft R&B music. Mm-hmm. And then you hear screams from the upstairs. Kyla comes flying down the steps and she's like, somebody was watching me in the window getting dressed. And so hot teacher jumps up and he's like, I'll go get him. And goes outside and mysteriously no one's there. And she's like, I'm so scared. Can I stay down here with you guys? Can you spend the night? Because I'm so scared. and it works. He spends
where's his daughter?
His daughter was out with Trisha.
Is she staying at Trisha's house?
She wasn't.
Well, then why is she staying at
I know. She should.
So he's protecting some other kid.
Well, his daughter is like 17, about to turn 18. Oh. She is. She's like literally about to turn 18 years old. I probably still wouldn't let that happen, but that's just me. Okay, so anyway.
I know, you're Hamilton all the time.
I know. I don't want to do that. I want to have tracking devices on it.
Well, you can still do that, but you can let them stay home.
No. Okay, because I know what we did when they weren't there. Okay, so anyway, that's a whole nother discussion. Dad's probably listening.
Sorry, Dad.
Watching.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Good Lord. Okay. So anyway, Kyla walks into the bathroom in the morning and hot teacher just got out of the shower. He's dripping.
He took a shower
wet.
there?
Well, he's got to go to work.
You get up and you go. When daylight hits, you go before anybody else is up in that type of situation. It's kind of like when you got too drunk to drive home, right?
Right.
Instead of hanging out and having to be there, I'm not saying, after you hook up with anybody, but I'm just saying like you fall asleep at a friend's house because you can't drive or whatever.
Right.
You're usually up as soon as you're sober enough and you go.
Yeah, you would think so. But he actually stayed, and because he practices good hygiene, he decided to take a shower, and Kyla walks in and he is super cut.
He did it on purpose.
He's super cut.
He knows that both those want him, and he's like, I'm gonna be in here up taking a shower with my cut up self.
I don't think he did though. I honestly don't think he did.
Shut up.
Seriously.
He's a man.
He's
a dude.
He likes the mom.
He's a hot dude.
He likes the mom. He does like the mom.
Yeah, but he does.
So
he likes the attention.
He might. Yeah. So again, Kyla finds out, remember that Dad said, oh, Trisha and Riley are hanging out tonight when they were all there, and she's like so pissed off. So she freaks out, goes all boiling your rabbit on both of them. So she like goes up and like pushes Trisha and, yells at Riley about they're not supposed to hang out. And Riley's like, I can have more friends than you. I can have other friends. And so she's like unraveling. I mean, the guy she's obsessed with is dating her mom, and her best friend, who is not supposed to have any other friends, is now hanging out with other people. Yeah, I mean, she's a mess. I mean, seriously. Okay, so Kyla is a total sociopath. So she starts taking sexy selfies of herself. Selfies of herself. I guess that's implied. But anyway, she's like, like surprised. Okay, kind of like that. I'm sorry, how? Okay, that's not sexy at all. That's a little bit disturbing. Anyway, clearly I shouldn't be doing that. Okay, so she takes a ton of sexy selfies, and then the next thing you know is they're in class in the hallway, and she's like, oh, I'm just a regular person walking down the hall. I'm going to open up my locker at school. Tons of these selfies marked out and X'd out and mean stuff on them come flying out of the locker everywhere.
What?
Yes, her locker is stuffed with all these selfies.
Who has time to go get pictures printed out these days?
I don't know, but there was tons of them. And there's a bunch of kids in the hallway, so they're picking them up and they're looking at them and they're like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. who would do such a horrible thing.
She clothed in the selfies?
She is, but she had her like bra strapped down and tank top. Like it was almost like a tube top kind of thing. Tube top selfie. That's
so she was trying to give the appearance of nakedness?
Yes. The appearance of nakedness.
Okay.
So, I mean, we're talking like hundreds are flying down the hallway. I mean, it was a big drama.
That's like 20. What is that? How much? There's like 29 cents a print.
I can't even imagine. I can't afford that.
It's like $29.
Okay, so she grabs a handful and takes off into hot teachers thing and is like, look what happened. Console me. And he did. He consoled her.
How?
By like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like puts his hand on her arm and her shoulder or whatever and is like, I'm so sorry this happened. We're going to get down to the bottom of this. All that kind of stuff.
She was the one that took the selfies. She was the one that put herself out there.
Well, guess what? She blames Trisha. Trisha gets blamed for this little shenanigan. Okay, so then now it's Riley's 18th birthday, and they are having a pool party in this giant house of this high school English teacher, and I'm not quite even sure how you do that. So I don't know where this is where this guy gets paid. This teachers like don't make any money. So anyway, sadly.
That's not necessarily true.
I think a lot of teachers are underpaid.
Wake County teachers, some of them make like $50K.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they make that much. So anyway, she's at this amazing pool party. Everybody's having a good time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Kyla, of course, takes this opportunity to sneak in the dad's room.
Oh, dear God.
I mean, she's relentless. So he's like, you need to leave. I don't want you here. This is inappropriate. And she's all up in his grill, and he keeps going, you need to back up. You need to leave. You need to go right now. I don't want you in here. This is messed up. So she's like, you want me. You do. And all this stuff, right? So then she takes his shirt off.
She takes his shirt off.
Yes. And then all of a sudden he's just like engulfed in the sexiness. And they're totally making out on his bed. She has no shirt on. And no pants on. She has panties on. And he's got no shirt on. Oh no, she was like ripping her clothes off. Well, guess what?
Okay, you said that he was muscular.
Yes.
So he's a larger, in shape dude.
He is.
And a waif of a 17-year-old girl.
She's skinny.
I was just almost 17-year-olds.
It was, he was rendered weak because of all the sexiness. And she was very aggressive. I'm glad she's 18, though. I keep coming back to that. But seriously, not appropriate, of course. Okay. So guess what? They're making out. Things are getting hot and heavy. And his daughter walks in. So Riley walks in and sees her best friend and her dad half naked.
They're not best friends. They just moved there.
No, they are best friends. They already declared they're best friends. They're best friends.
They don't even know each other.
Clearly they don't, but they're like, we're best friends. We're best friends. We're best friends. They probably have freaking best friend necklaces. Okay. So anyway, that would be disturbing. I don't know about you, but that would be quite disturbing to me.
Could you imagine?
Oh, no, God, no. No. Ew. Stop. Gross.
Could you imagine?
I just threw up a little bit.
If you were having a party at the house and somebody was making out with dad.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I would literally scoop the eyes out of my head. I don't think I could do it.
There's no coming back from that.
You're never coming back for that. Never. Sorry, Dad, but it's true.
Sorry, Dad.
All right. So Riley, of course, freaks out because that is horrific. And she takes off and leaves her own 18th birthday party in total distress.
Where does she go?
She just left. She left the party. She took off. And so then Kyla's like, hey, babe, it's okay. We've got the whole house to ourselves now. Let's get back to where we were. And he's like, oh my God, no.
What do you mean they have the whole, there was a party there?
No, he told all the kids to leave.
Except for her.
No, she stayed. He wanted her to leave too. But she stayed. And so she was like, let's stay, baby, and do it or whatever. And so then what happened was the daughter, or I'm sorry, Kyla said the daughter had a drinking problem and lied to her dad and said she had a drinking problem. And she's been trying to help her quit. I mean, she is just like lie. God, I can't stand it. Lie. She's quick, so quick. So then the dad's thinking, oh my gosh, I'm so worried about my daughter. Now she has a drinking problem on top of everything else. She's probably out drinking now that I
slut.
Yes.
With a drinking problem.
Exactly.
And I'm worried.
And she's not even, she is 18. Okay. But she's not 21. All right. And now she's all jacked up because she saw me and her best friend in bed. Gross. All right. So this is the thing. The hot teacher is on his way out the door to go find his daughter like anybody should. Mm-hmm. Right? I respect him a little bit for that. Okay. So he's like, I got to go find her. And Kyla says, no, you're not going to look for her. Are you trying to tell me that she's more important than me? And he's like, hello, yes, she is more important than you. She will always be more important than you. So you can see how that would not go over real well.
Yeah.
Okay. So Kyla was genuinely surprised. She thought she was more important than his own daughter. I think that just shows how crazy she is.
Well, I mean, when you're young, you really don't
stupid.
know.
You're stupid.
You think that, you are it.
Right. So they're back in class, and the daughter is still pissed. They're all in his class still. It's like Monday, and they're back in class.
Everything's back to normal.
Trisha, Kyla, his daughter Riley. What's up with these names? Okay. So it was really crazy because, Riley's really pissed off at her dad. Riley calls Kyla's mom and tells her. Kyla's mom shows up at school, comes in, and slaps the crap out of the hot teacher.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm talking like...
And that's the one that he went out, or he went to their house and had a date.
Yeah, they've been dating. And they slam again, right across the face. Did you ever know that was something it's on my bucket list? To slap
I did know that.
Slap someone across the face.
I mean, it seems so fun.
I know. It seems really dramatic.
I want to throw a drink in somebody's face and slap somebody. Like, I want to do the combo. I want to do like the throw, slap. Sorry, that was probably loud. Throw, slap.
Throw the drink.
Like a rocks glass. You have to be holding it like this with ice and throw and then slap across the face. Or you can even do like the throw, slap, opposite hand, because they won't even be ready for that.
That would be confusing. Yeah. So like if you throw the ice and they're like ice,
and then slap really quick from the other one, and you still have the rocks glass in your hand.
Make sure
you don't pause to put that down.
So it's like a 1-2. Like
right. It's so quick.
That is so quick.
So quick.
Okay. I'm going to have to do that. I'm not sure how that goes because it could be assault. So confusing.
It's
been on my list since like junior high.
If some guy is going to have you arrested for assault for something that he clearly did wrong and deserved the splash slap, I don't know.
Yeah. So she slapped him twice.
What's wrong, and then that's what's wrong with the world today.
I know,
they
it
would
is.
Say that's assault.
It's
not.
It's on the bucket list. And maybe if I explain that, then they'll be like, clearly, hello, of course it is. You're totally free.
Exactly.
What else you got on there we can help you with? Maybe that's what they would say. Okay. So this is just really, really crazy. It gets crazier. So Kyla invites Trisha, who's pissing her off, right, to meet up at the school. So they're out in front of the school. And Trisha's like, what do you want, Kyla? You freak.
Yeah.
You know? Kyla starts beating herself in the face.
Oh, dear God.
She's slapping herself. She's slapping her own face. She's punching her own face. And for a finale, you know those benches that have like holes, like they're metal. They're not like a solid bench. It's like they have like holes. Like, see, I mean, that's just...
It looks kind of like fencing, but it's not
fencing. Yeah. Those kind. Kyla sticks her fingers in the holes and twists them until her bones and her fingers break.
How's she going to take pictures? She does that.
We'll get to that. You're thinking too much. She breaks her own fingers in the freaking bench after she punches herself a bunch of times in the face. And Trisha's like, what the hell? You freaking weirdo, stop. But she keeps doing it, okay? So anyway, she perfectly times calling hot teacher and ex-best friend, Riley, for help. And they come rushing in and they see her on the ground bleeding with broken fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect timing. Trisha is arrested. Poor Trisha. Trisha did nothing. And she got arrested. They show her in the back of a cop car driving away.
Why?
Because Kyla said that Trisha did this to her. I mean, all Trisha did was just be obnoxious and stand there like, what the hell?
Clothing.
Exactly. I mean, I don't think they arrest you for that, though.
Well, they should.
Perhaps they should, but they don't. We have that freedom in this country to wear holes in our shoulders if we want to. No matter what, we can wear fanny packs. We can do whatever we want.
I would rather wear a fanny pack than a keyhole and or cutout shoulder sweater.
I agree, actually. I would wear two of them. Have you ever seen somebody wear two of them?
I have.
Where they're like overlapping?
Mm-hmm.
Such great storage. It actually makes fantastic sense.
Great.
Okay. So anyway, Kyla goes to the hospital for her injuries.
Mm-hmm.
And she is in a hospital with like a 6-pane door. I'm like, this is not a hospital. I don't know what they try to turn into a hospital, but this is not a hospital. Anyway, whatever. It's not high budget. So she's in the hospital and she's laying there and Riley comes in and says, I want you to leave me alone. I want you to leave my dad alone. My dad said that he's going to get help and he never wants to see you again.
What do you mean he's going to get help?
He's going to get help for his acting on his sexual impulse.
So now he's a sex addict?
I don't think he's a sex addict. I think he's just depressed about the whole marriage thing. He's still struggling with it. And so he's going to go see somebody. So she's like, I recognize my dad's having a hard time. Riley is really being adult about this, but she says, Kyla, stay away from my dad, stay away from me, you're freaking poison. But then Kyla goes, but Riley, I'm supposed to cover the volleyball championships. I'm supposed to take pictures, and I can't take pictures because my fingers are broken.
Because I broke them myself.
Oh, yeah. Trisha supposedly broke them. So then Riley's so nice. She's like, I will take the pictures, damn it.
Oh my God.
But it's not for you. It's for the team.
She's ruined everything.
It's for the team, not you. She goes, you can even borrow my camera.
Oh my God.
And she agrees to it. So then
I am so glad I'm not in high school anymore.
I have one more request. I need to say goodbye to your dad.
Oh, dear Lord.
Well, her dad, hot teacher, drove Riley to the hospital in the first place. So he's right outside the room.
Why isn't she driving? She's 18 years old.
I don't know. They only have one truck. But they have a great house and a pool. I don't get it. Okay, so anyway, what happens is this. He comes in.
Did she go out and get him?
She did. And said she wants to say her final goodbye to you, basically. And so then the hot dad comes in. He's like, look, I don't ever want to see you again. This was a mistake. It's over. I don't want you contacting me ever again. Okay? And she's like, don't worry, baby. We just have to be more private about when we meet. I mean, she is like out to lunch and dinner and breakfast. She's out for every snack, too. I mean, this chick is, she's having a hard time. All right. So anyway, she's like, we're going to be together. He goes, you're not hearing me. Oh, no, we're going to be together, baby. Forever. We're going to be together forever. And he goes, you know what? I'm going to quit my job and you'll never see me again. And I'm going to sell the house and I'm going to move. And she's like, oh, you wouldn't do that or whatever. I can't believe this. And he's like, that's it. I'm going to go to the school right now and clean out my desk. Now, why you would ever tell this girl your location, I have no clue.
Right, because he's like, he might as well have like put her on Find My Friends.
Exactly, whatever that means.
It means you can turn your phone on and you can send your location to a friend and they can track you wherever you go.
Oh, that's really gross.
Well, you're going to do it to your kid.
That's true. Okay, so anyway, he leaves and he goes to the school and he literally is like cleaning out his desk. Like, he's out of here. She's not going to stop, blah, blah, blah. So he said, hey, Riley, meet me in my classroom. I'm going to be cleaning it out. Riley's like, okay, I got to go get her I was going to say phone because I always use my phone to take pictures. Her camera, because I now have to be the photographer for the volleyball championship. Okay. Well, Kyla, the I guess, unprofessional medical staff left a scalpel on the bedside table. She didn't even have surgery. I don't think. And she didn't have surgery in the hospital.
Was all jacked up.
But she did.
But that would be in the OR. That wouldn't be in the room that she's in.
I have been in the hospital so many times. Like, we also have health problems too. Nobody has ever left. I've had surgeries too. Nobody has ever left a scalpel next to me in recovery or in my hospital room. Never. After all those times, never has there been a scalpel left.
So convenient then.
So convenient. So she takes the scalpel and she leaves the hospital and goes to the school.
Because he's there to get his things.
He's there.
Because he said, I'm going there right now.
He said, I'm going there right now. Okay. So Riley's walking down the hall. The lights go out in the entire school. And she's like, that's weird. crazy Kyla comes out of nowhere and stabs her in the abdomen with the scalpel. She falls on the ground, dirty floors too, like, right? I mean, not hygienic. So she falls on the ground and it's not good. Okay. Right? Okay. So then what happens is she says to her, there is only room for one woman in his life, and it's going to be me. Oh, Kyla. Honey.
Kyla.
It's his daughter. So she has to kill the daughter with the scalpel that happens to be there left next to her in the room that doesn't even look like a hospital room. And because there can only be one. There can only be one woman in Hot Teacher's life. Okay. So then what?
How does someone come to that point? Like, how do you come to the point where you're going to kill somebody?
She was pushed too far
over someone that you don't even have a relationship with?
In her mind.
And I'm not saying you should kill somebody that you have over somebody that you have a relationship with, but there's nothing there.
A deep relationship in her mind.
Crazy psycho mind.
Yes. Okay. So she goes to his classroom. So now he took care of the daughter. So there's only one woman in his life, right? It's going to be her. So she goes up behind him and she's like, hey. And he's like, you're supposed to be in the hospital. And she's like, I'm going to be with you. And then what she does is she turns around, she puts the scalpel up to his neck, like right here in the jugular, and she's kissing his neck.
Oh.
And he's like bleeding.
I mean, depending on who you are, that might be
I know. And she did say, I'm in charge this time. You can be next time. Like it was consensual or something. I mean, he's got like this scalpel.
Cue Depeche Mode Master and Servant.
Exactly. Why did they do that? They missed a great opportunity.
I know.
Such a good song. Okay. So anyway, she says, I'm in charge. And eventually, he's all muscly, right?
Yeah.
Eventually, he like throws her across the room.
I mean, it's only a scalpel.
And then she lands.
She probably weighs like, what, 100 pounds?
Probably. So she lays on the back of the desk. She goes, oh, that hurt.
Oh.
Like it was just, she just happened to notice.
She is.
And so then she hits him and she hits him or pushes him and he hits his head and passes out. Then
she hits him or pushes him.
Yeah.
And he hits his head so hard that he hits his head.
Yes. I mean, it was all very forceful. You know how some people, like when they're really stressed out, they can pick up cars and stuff? I think that's the state of mind she was in. She was like picking up cars. Okay, so anyway, she hears something. She hears somebody, and she's like, oh, crap. It's the janitor. So she comes up behind the janitor and slits his throat with the scalpel.
The janitor didn't do anything.
The janitor did nothing. He was just curious about all the commotion and loud noise of people getting thrown about in the English classroom. So, dead. Right in front of Riley, who is still alive.
I mean, that was totally unnecessary. Unless he was having an affair with the janitor. And then I could see where she would need to get rid of the janitor.
Yeah, I mean, janitor.
But otherwise, that wasn't.
It's just overkill. Isn't that what they call it?
Right. No pun intended. Overkill.
I don't think I have enough blood. I don't know what she's talking about. Okay, so here we go. Then Riley and Kyla start fist fighting. And they're like pushing each other against the wall. And Kyla's trying to cut her again with the knife. And she's already has like this big scalpel wound, in her abdomen. But she's still fighting. Okay, she's scrappy. And they're fighting.
So she hasn't bled out yet? I feel like it's been a while.
She hasn't bled out yet. Maybe she like missed major organs or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. So anyway, they all go to the hospital. All of them. Okay, so the chick that was just in the hospital has to go back to the hospital.
Right. And then Riley is going to go to the hospital because she got stabbed.
Exactly.
And then he's beat up. Mm-hmm. And then the janitor's dead.
Mm-hmm. Janitor's dead. Okay, so now we're going to fast forward to months and months later.
Okay.
It's the dad's first day of class teaching.
At a new school? Or the same school?
I don't know. They don't tell you that. I'm assuming a new school.
I would think that you would have to leave.
I would think that would be difficult.
I would think you would get
to live there.
Transferred if you were able to be hired at all.
Exactly. Okay, so then what happened? It's also Riley's first day of college.
Oh.
So there's this back and forth, love you, can I have the car keys? Woo, woo, woo. Okay, so they're going to class, they're going to work. You see Riley drive off with the truck to her first day of college, and you see an image of a girl wearing a black hoodie staring at the truck. And then it ends.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yep. What'd you think about that one?
Cliffhanger.
Hopefully there'll be a 2.
Why didn't she go to jail if they all went to the hospital?
Maybe she went to a psych ward temporarily.
But she killed a guy. And obviously, if she went to the psych ward, the treatment didn't help.
It wasn't good treatment there, for sure. I'm not arguing that. The chick had some problems.
Obviously.
Yes.
But I feel like she should be in jail.
She should be in jail. She's obviously a danger to society.
There was like attempted murder.
There was attempted murder. There was assault.
There was attempted rape.
There was attempted rape for sure. I mean, she had scalpel up on his throat. Rough stuff. Okay. So it was a good one. I think that was pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, especially the twist where he came and picked up the mom.
Yeah.
That was actually unexpected.
I think that was her, that was the point. That
drove her totally off,
Yeah.
Off the rails. Bananas.
God, teenagers are so stupid.
God, so stupid. I was so stupid. I might have been up there with the most stupid.
You didn't stab anybody with a scalpel.
I didn't. That's true.
You did do stupid things.
I did. Really stupid. Okay. So everybody, stop thinking so much. And we'll see you next time. Bye.